Boeing is set to make some pretty big changes following an update around immediate actions set to be undertaken to strengthen its quality and subsequent integrity as a business. The American plane maker issued a message to its employee base, focusing on specific assurances and quality controls of the 737 production line. What's important to understand is that quality escapes, as Boeing describes them, can happen to any aircraft type produced by, at the end of the day, any plane maker. But for Boeing, it's not just the 737. It has just so happened that the 737 has been the one in the limelight for reoccurring quality escapes. The Federal Aviation Administration's investigation is on Boeing's production line on the floor, focusing on all avenues to determine where these escapes are happening and just how to stop them. Boeing has acknowledged that it's not where it needs to be, for now not the first time, and that was made more than clear following customer findings. We know that Alaska Airlines and United reported several loose bolts and hardware on several parked aircraft, indicating a more widespread problem relating to quality assurance. These findings were identified during preliminary inspections, not the formal ones. Regarding the ungrounding of the 737-9, Boeing says it is still working on revising a multi-operator message, or MUM, that will be sent to the FAA for approval. The plane maker must complete several tasks to align with the regulator as part of the revisions. The manufacturer has said it will implement several crucial steps to bolster quality assurance and control over the aircraft delivered to customers across factories. So let's begin. Boeing says, as part of a commitment to quality and control, they'll be planning additional inspections throughout the building process. This will occur within the company and at Spirit. We know that is a vital supplier of aircraft components. A further layer of scrutiny on top of the thousands of inspections performed across the 737 will thus be added. Boeing actually says it's increased quality inspections across commercial airplanes by 20% since 2019. However, despite increasing quality inspections, the most recent turn of events would again highlight a massively flawed process regarding the production and quality of aircraft that is being sent to customers. Boeing further highlights the need to ensure that all teams understand the importance of quality. As part of this, Boeing will launch additional sessions for teams to gather and refocus on QMS. What is QMS? It's the quality management systems, which Boeing believes is fundamental to aircraft production. The plane maker wants to take advantage of its already expansive training programs and build upon these. Through these additional sessions, the hope is the company will be able to commit to improving quality across all production sites, and also primarily comply with all the standards that are set for it. This statement, however, has raised a few alarm bells, especially when considering that if a plane maker is having to reinforce quality management, what on earth was happening beforehand? While a lot of the focus is placed internally on the practices and just how quality escapes are taking place, Boeing does actually say they will be drafting in an outside party to help review what is occurring at the company. As part of this review, there'll be a thorough teardown of the quality management system at the commercial airplanes division, with any further improvements to be suggested following this review occurring again from an outside party. Spirit Aerosystems forms another very important part of Boeing's immediate actions to be launched as it begins the long recovery process. Boeing has said it has deployed a team to work alongside Spirit to focus on the ground investigation. However, this investigation will also focus on installing the mid-exit door plug and approving it before it is shipped to Boeing. The manufacturer says that they're inspecting more than 50 other points in the build process at Spirit and assessing whether these align with the engineering specifications. While Stan Deal, the Boeing Commercial Airplanes president and CEO, and the man who posted this statement, is making headlines thanks to the transparency, there have still been very visible questions. While inspections are ongoing, and what Boeing has reportedly said has increased more than 20% since 2019, How many inspections can actually take place, and what do they entail if these are the results? This has been highlighted through several fundamental quality assurance problems on the same aircraft series in less than a year. Additionally, while some of these steps are being highlighted as good and the transparency is a massive upgrade on what we received 4 to 5 years ago, such as the reviews we're seeing now take place into suppliers, onlookers have twiddled their thumbs as to why this wasn't occurring earlier, especially when considering what has transpired across the past 5 years. For Boeing, this isn't the first time their quality control has come under fire. In fact, there's a pretty big lack of trust based on several developments in the last 18 months, but you could say it spans even more than half a decade. That trust from onlookers more concerningly trends towards customers, such as Alaska Airlines, who revealed they would be conducting a study into the plane maker and their practices. Additionally, Alaska said it would increase its oversight of the production of aircraft specifically destined for them, while certainly being applauded as a necessary step to ensure the safety of customers aboard the airline. These steps are also equally being debated as a move that shouldn't be necessary. On X, or Twitter, members of the public question that if an airline has to inspect its aircraft so thoroughly to ensure that no defects are present, just how far has the industry fallen and how much trust do they have in a product that is being provided to them? That's something I'd love to hear your take on down below in the comments, but to generally summarize. Boeing says they're continuing their preparation for reapproval of the 737-9 and new deliveries to commence. However, they will be increasing essential quality practices across their factories to ensure that the future aircraft are up to standard. Several of these changes are being identified as not thanks to the FAA's ongoing investigation, but rather a broader plan on the part of the manufacturer to increase their control over the aircraft they're putting out. Boeing continues to say it'll be transparent and fully cooperate with all the relevant parties. This includes the Federal Aviation Administration, who play an important role in the reapproval of the plane, the National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, who are essential in conducting an investigation into the proceedings of that Alaska Airlines flight, and of course the customers that are being impacted by these groundings. Everything done in the future must conform with the QMS, and that's something that needs to be worked on, as identified by upper management. That's going to conclude today's update on the ever-changing and developing Boeing situation. If you have any thoughts, you know the best place to leave them is down below in the comments. Thanks a lot as always for your support here on the channel. It really does mean a lot. Thanks again, and I'll see you same time tomorrow.